Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm running late a little bit. I did bring a hook. I need to get comfortable. Sorry, I should have done this all before hitting live, but it was running late and I didn't want to make you guys wait any longer. Okay, I'm here now. And oh boy, how are you guys doing? Might wait a little bit and see if more people come on. I know I usually don't have a great big crowd, but and that's what happens when you're a very small YouTuber. And probably it also happens if when you skip a week, which I had a valid reason, but if I would have known in hindsight, I still could have went online. I could have went on because I was out in the car by 4, and Dewey just didn't want me to go live in the hospital, and I have done videos in the hospital. I don't know, and I wouldn't have been afraid of, but whatever. Cool. Yeah, I haven't crocheted for several days. I have the one sweater that I'm working on for Jessie, my youngest niece, and I'm have my bag that I really want to finish, and I have a baby blanket that I started. I'm halfway done because I need to put another skein on, and I don't know. I just then with Dewey being in the hospital last week, it was just it was weird. I just haven't done much. Um. Oh, okay. But yeah. Dewey last Tuesday, he had a doctor's appointment, and he doesn't get out much because of his back and stuff. But he did feel good enough to go. And we went over and we went out to eat. And after we got out, he just wasn't feeling good. But I wanted to run to Sam's since we were over in that area. I went in and it was like we got there at 7:30, and they closed at 8. So I, went in and got the couple of things I really wanted. And I come out and he said, I feel the worst that I have ever had, which he wasn't feeling good for the first last couple of days anyhow. So I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? And he said, I don't know. And finally, I'm like, and he was just very, was dropping things and very unsteady. And I decided, hey, since we're over there, I'm going to take him in. Well, we got there, and I didn't think about really being a stroke per se, but the symptoms we gave the ER, they decided to push him through as a stroke victim. And they did all kinds of stuff, all the tests, and it wasn't that. But I thought, well, maybe it was in the ER, and they had this one small folding chair, mesh folding chair. Well, I was there. I'm like, well, I sat on there for several hours, and I'm a big person, as you can see. But that small chair, finally, I'm like, I can't sit here anymore. And nurse comes in, and I'm like, are you guys gonna send him home, or are you gonna keep him? And finally, they said they're going to keep, in which we kind of had a feeling that they were going to. So I said, I'm going to go home and possibly come back next day. Well, I went home that night, and next day, it was Wednesday, I packed stuff up because I thought maybe he would come home since they found out nothing is going on, which they did want to do an MRI on his head to make sure, you know, and they didn't do it. So they were waiting for Wednesday. So I went back over Wednesday, and when I left, I didn't even prepare. I mean, I was just going to go over, and I decided if he's going to stay another night, I'm going to stay with him. But yeah, by then, it wasn't until the next morning, about 12, he finally got a room. And so I left. I did not prepare nothing. And I didn't take no pills, nothing with me for me. I decided, hey, I'm going to go up, and if he stays another night, I'm going to stay. Well, so I went up. Oh boy. Anyway, got up there. I took pistachios along that I have something to eat. And I got some hot wings from KFC because, you know, and so I went up, and the whole day we waited, no MRIs. And finally, and he stayed the night, so I decided, hey, I'm going to stay the night. So because I didn't want to come home and then he's ready to go home, and I have to go back. But they did Wednesday, they did come in. No, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday they did come in, and they went and took him to the MRI, and they said that there's nothing like stroke happened, but the doctor said she wants to do another MRI of his whole spine. Well, since it, took them over a day to get the first MRI done, and I guess they have a couple of machines, but all of them were down except one, so it's a bigger hospital, so it took time. And Thursday, I'm like, I'm going to go back home, and my sister was coming to visit Mom, and I didn't even really think about that until I was the way home, and I was talking to Mom, and she said, why don't you just come out here? I'm like, all right, I will. So I went out there for a couple hours, and then I went home. Mom's like, wait, could almost stay out here. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I didn't have my CPAP last night, and I need that. And I mean, I can do without my CPAP, but it's not good. So I went home, and that night while I was at my mom's, all of a sudden they text me, I'm going for MRI. And I'm like, seriously? This was like 8, 9 o'clock. Yeah, they did an MRI on him. So I'm like, sweet. But I came home and slept the night. Then Dewey's calling me. I need to go home. They're going to discharge me. I said, okay, I'll be there at 3. Anyways, what did I miss? Wasn't really going to talk about that. But yeah, then I was out, and then Mom, Dewey called him. I texted him, told him, when you come back, call me. Well, I called him or he called me or something. And he said, yep, can hardly move. I need emergency surgery. And I'm like, seriously? I was about ready to go get ready and go back over. And I said, are you pulling my feet? He said, no, I'm not pulling your feet. Well, he was pranking me. He's like, finally, no. But I'm like, don't do that. I mean, he likes to tease me. He likes to prank me. But don't do that. And then when he really needs emergency surgery, you know, I won't take it serious. But yeah. So I went back over and picked him up, and we did some different stuff. We had to go get some of the medicine that like his sensors, and before we came back home. But it was good to get him home. It was good. But the MRI that they did of his whole back, he has some problems. Um, your spinal canal is supposed to be above 10 centimeters. Well, one spot at least on his canal is 1.16. Dewey's in the living room telling me what is what. But his one place is 1.5 centimeters, millimeters, sorry, and one is 3.5. And I'm like, well, it's very small. And I'm like, oh my goodness. All I'm thinking is my crochet hooks, 3.5. That's not large. And like this is 5 millimeter, but it's anyhow a lot smaller than it's supposed to be. And I mean, this is 5 millimeter. And I mean, it's no wonder he has problems. And it's no wonder that his hands are getting somewhat numb, and sometimes he can't handle stuff as good. But yeah, so yeah, that was a ordeal. Uh, he'll likely need surgery in the future, although I do know a God that can heal him without surgery. And and I know also that God has given humans a brain, a very smart brain, that they figured out surgery and stuff. And sometimes that's how he heals you too. So I'm not saying no surgery, but sometimes he heals without surgery, sometimes he does it with surgery, and sometimes, you know, there's the ultimate healing, and that is when you go to heaven, which I don't really want him to go right now. Um, I'd rather, I keep thinking, we can't go until the rapture, or, um, or somehow go together. However, don't, but, and now talking about the rapture, I think that is getting closer, guys. I mean, with the war in Israel, I mean, I haven't watched a lot. I don't hardly ever watch news and stuff. I just get very little bit, but I do try to kind of stay in the know, but I don't want to be overwhelmed with, stuff that's going on. But yeah, the way the Bible is talks and just how everything is coming together, yes. So if you aren't ready, please get ready, because Jesus is the only way. And I want to see you all there whenever our time is up, or, So, yeah. So anyhow, oh, guys, if you come in, if you're watching this later, thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I don't care, and comment if you want to. Yeah. So now let's talk about the weather. The weather is beautiful right now, which it has been kind of cold. And yeah, that is interesting. But today it's warmer. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go outside to do my live, because, there's not going to be too many more days like this in the 70s that are high 60s into 70s. Until I looked out the door to go get a couple packages from me, Amazon. I'll talk about that in a second. But it's raining. Oh dear. That is beautiful out. But when I looked out, the Asian beetles, well, I call them ladybugs, but they're really not ladybugs. They're swarming. I'm like, oh no, I'm not going. I did go out and get the packages, but I'm like, I'm not going out there and doing a live. I mean, I dread it. I mean, it seems when it gets cold and then when it warms up, they're all over the place. They swarm. I mean, you can look out on the beams of the porch or whatever. You can just literally see them crawling. It's just, ooh, that's one of the worst things. So that's why I'm in here. And then, now talking about Amazon packages, I wait until the 10th because the Amazon Prime, I was going to order stuff anyhow that I wanted to, but I decided to wait until the 10th for Prime days. Well, so I ordered this stuff, and some I did get a pretty decent price. Well, then it said to be here by Friday, and then some of it will be Monday. Okay. Well, then last Wednesday, it said that it'll be here today. No, cool. If you go on your app, it tells you. And this morning I went on the app, and it said delivered at 4:35 a.m. And I'm like, 4:35 a.m.? I thought, whoa, mail doesn't go that early. I talked to Dewey, and he said, well, we did see an Amazon truck than last week, which was in the next town over. Maybe they started delivering. I'm like, well, that's possible. I'm like at 4:30, and he said, well, they might have to if it's that early, or they have a big amount, big area. They'll have to start somewhere. So we got up. I went out to the ramp. Nothing is there. Like, oh no. I drive out to the mailbox. There's nothing there. I'm like, oh no. And usually it tells you where they left the packages. It didn't. It just said delivered to my town. And it was like, oh boy. And then I'm like, now wait a minute. I decided to go to my app for the UPS, UP, I know the New United States parcel, no parcel, whatever. Their app. And it said that there's 2 being delivered today. And it's out to be delivered. I'm like, oh, they delivered it to the post office at 4:35 apparently. And then the post office is going to deliver it. But according to the Amazon app, they had delivered it, right? So it sounds like it, but I don't know who. So, and they delivered it about 3:30. So, yeah, I was so happy that they delivered because where I live, there's several neighbors around here, and sometimes they do not get the right place. And I even messaged my one neighbor, that they have delivered packages to her. Right? And he said, I used it at work until later today, and he'll look when he gets home. I'm like, that's fine. Hopefully it's there. But then when I realized what happened, I'm like, I sent him another message. He said, that's what happened, and it's been delivered. So I'm happy about that. And I'm just rambling on. But yeah. So, yeah. So anyhow, I am very happy. I'm very blessed. I'm glad. I can't complain much. Yes, I know I'd like to. I try not to, but, and I know, but just erases it. And I don't mean that way either. So anyhow, oh boy. Well, there possibly might be another video coming out in the next day or two. I'm going to review something that I bought. Um, but yeah, so keep your eyes out for that. And I brought a hook in just in case I want to crochet, but I really don't know. I really don't feel like it much. That's horrible, I know. I might just go at 30 minutes. I know I have already talked for an hour at a time, but today I've just I just opened my vitamin C. I take 1 capsule a day. Now, during the winter, I have already taken one in the morning and one at night. But during the summer, I take one a day because, it helps you stay healthy. And I sure can use all the help in that department. And now since Dewey, well, he has been on the sensor for couple years now. And they changed it from the 14-day Libre to the uh, Freestyle Libre 2. And it says on there that um, if you go use more than a 500 milligrams of vitamin C a day, it can um, mess up the reading, which I did not know that. I'd never heard of that before, but I'm like, okay. So I got him 500. I still give him one a day. Now, during the winter, I don't know. I might just give him one. I mean, at least he's getting some. So, yeah. I'm going to have to learn to bring water with me. I didn't bring water in again with me. And yeah, my throat is getting low, scratchy or whatever. So I'm not sick. It saw me cough there. I'm not sick. It's just I'm getting, yeah, a dry throat. And that's not no fun really either. So I've been watching goats. Oh, brother. They're all a character. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So, well, yeah, I will have to finish that bag soon. I might just take it out and do it in the living room because I don't come in here a lot. And like I said, today I didn't really bring the right hook in. I like my dot hooks, and I have that in a box. And I saw I was running behind, and I'm like, so I grabbed this, but I wanted to have it just in case I wanted to crochet, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I just need to get started again. I'm sure I'll enjoy it because I do enjoy it. But yeah. Well, thank you for being here with me, Stephanie. I think you're almost the only one that was. Oh, now there's two again. But you were here most of the time today. And thank you for. Hi, Amy. Well, I might say a little longer now. But yeah. Yeah, Amy, I've just been talking about. Well, you just go rewatch this because I've packed in quite a bit. Um, and I've talked and rambled and all that stuff. But yeah, just don't forget to give a thumbs up or thumbs down. Comment if you so choose to. I sometimes comment, but a lot of times I just watch it and give thumbs up or thumbs down. And oh, now people are coming in. Well, maybe I have to start over again. Well, not really, but yeah. Um, but yeah, but smaller channels, sometimes I tend to uh, comment a little bit more. But yeah, well, what is 30 minutes? So yeah, you guys, if you're just catching me now, go and watch this live in a few minutes or whenever you get a chance. Um, yeah, I talked about what has been happening here and there, or talked about Dewey's hospital, uh, hospitalization, whatever. Oh, well, thank you. But yeah, and let's be in prayer for Israel and stuff. I mean, that's just what's going on over there. Like I said, I don't watch much news, but just a little tidbits that I see here and there. It's um, very scary. There's yeah, I can't show you because I'm on the phone, but there is on Facebook, there was this one um, post that showed somebody looking out the door, looking to see what, anyhow, to the extent what um, was being come to true of what the Bible say. Yeah, I watched the no, actually I have watched the Hallmark Channel. I did watch quite a few YouTubers, and then I also watched some TV channels like Magnum PI. One thing I watch right now, they're on. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. And just a minute. And sorry about that. But then I also like to watch most medical shows, and there's quite a few that I watch here and there. And I have so many YouTubers that I watch that hi Martin. Now, how do you say your name? Martinzi? Well, hello, anyhow. Like I told the others, you might want to go rewatch the um, live. It's been I have said it, but it has been going on quite a bit. Um, yeah, and I watch them. But I have quite a big subscription of people that have YouTube, but not everybody does a video a day. And those people, I like to. Some of those people I like to watch every day. But I mean, it's hard to make a video every day. I mean, now if you have lots of stuff going on, it would be easy probably. But then again, you have to yeah. So I have all the time really I need, but I just don't know what to really. Okay, I'm I'm done. But there is probably a video coming out in a yeah. So yeah, it's what it is. But yeah. So yeah, I did address this before, but I'll just talk about it now. While I'm in here in this room, instead of, I was thinking about doing it outside because the weather is so nice. It's like high 60 to low 70s. I was like, sure, I'll do it. But I looked out the door, the window of the door. I'm like, oh no. When it gets cold, then when it warms up, it happens every year. There's a couple days that happens a year usually. But Japanese are the Asian beetles. I call it ladybugs, but it's not ladybugs. They're swarming today. I'm like, nope. I did go out and get my packages, but I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that. I can't be out there. Gives me creepy crawlies just thinking about it. But yeah, so I'm not going out again until it gets a little cooler. They go and hide everywhere. Oh man, then you never know where they are. You open the car door and they're all around the seals and oh yeah, you, yeah, it's it's no fun. But yeah, I am glad it's warmer. But yeah, so why do you guys have any questions for me? Maybe you guys want to ask, and I'm just not saying much right now, so it's your chance. Okay, well, yeah, I haven't went and got my teeth. Last Thursday, I had a appointment, and since he was in the hospital, I called and well, actually, I canceled it, and I said that I'll call them later and make another appointment. But this week, I just haven't done it. So I don't think they're going to be in tomorrow. But Monday, I'll call and make another appointment. Because, they want to make sure it fits and stuff. They might have to adjust it a little bit. And, oh dear, don't you hate those critters? Um, and sometimes they're hard to get rid of. I agree. Oh, uh, Miriam, my sister that was visiting mom last week, she said, well, you could just stay the night. I said, no, I have to go home and feed all the little critters running around here. And she's like, oh, they do. They'll eat if you're there or not, which is pretty well the fact. But as far as I know, we don't have any critters right now, but you never know. And with the colder weather coming on, yes, they will find a way in. Now, I wish it would be that they couldn't get in, but then again, I like when it's I don't like the place being so terrible tight. There's no breathing room or whatever you want to call it, but yeah. Oh, I don't know if I want to. No. Anyways, yeah, critters are hard to get rid sometimes. Especially, I know some people are like, well, you can't use mouse traps. Well, you know what? This girl uses mouse traps. But it's terrible when they get smart enough, not, they get smart enough to avoid the mouse traps. Oh, there is a fourth person in here. Yes, I'll be out soon, Dewey. Yeah, I forgot to put cream on his feet. So I better go and get that done. Hi, Kissy. How are you doing? Yeah, now everybody's coming in. Well, I can talk a little bit longer. We're doing pretty good. You may want to rewatch this live because I did talk about Dewey being in the hospital and the weather and the bugs and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's not fun, but it's what it is. But yeah. And there is another video coming out very soon. Just letting you guys know. Keep an eye out. Well, that is good. I can't see what that symbol is. Oh, I was going to pick up my phone and look. What is that symbol, Dewey? Okay, do you want to come on? Are you sure? I know. I'll go and, I figured it's a YouTube symbol because it says YT, but that's all. I thought maybe it's a YouTube symbol. Yeah, I'm on StreamYard, and the new YouTube things don't show up. It just shows up as um the two dashes, whatever they're called. Not semicolon, but colon. Oh, now two dashes and YT, then two dashes. Which is how I am chatting, how I usually uh, bring up the different faces. I hit that and then like laugh, you start typing laugh thing and that pops up and then I hit the space and but sometimes but you have to spell it just right. And some faces I can't remember what it's called and then I have to go looking under the looking at the um things. Yeah, I know you're hungry. I'm kind of getting hungry too, Dewey. So, yeah, I been on for 45 minutes practically. So, thanks for coming in, guys. I do appreciate it. And hopefully that's just a fly, not a beetle. I do not like these beetles. I mean, I might like the I'm talking about Japanese, I mean, Asian beetles. That looks kind of like, ooh, ooh, it was a beetle. And they sting usually when you, ooh, he bite me? I don't know. But yeah, one did get in here, and I do not like that. Not at all. One time, I'll tell you this yet. Well, the first year we moved in we moved in, I think, beginning of September. And I knew, well, the church we used to go, we were married just up the road from here, maybe a mile or two. And they used to have beetles like crazy. Uh, there's a stink bug, but this is a little, it looks like a ladybug, but it's not. It's ladybugs are, red with black dots. These are more orange with, I don't know what, but they stink too. Yeah, I know stink bugs we have too, but anyways, one night, I think I maybe went to, ooh, crazy. I'm giving you guys something to watch. But these bugs stink too if you kill them. Anyways, we come home, I think I was working, and Dewey might have come and picked me up at work, or we went to church or something. Ways one night we come home and we walked into our bedroom, and the whole ceiling, I mean, there was 100 or two bugs out up in the ceiling, and they were just all over the place. And now I do not hardly open the door when I see them out swarming like they are today. They're out swarming, and did go out and got the couple packages that came, but I'm not going back out at all till it, heats up, cools off, and they go hiding. But then you open the car doors and they're all around the by the seals, and oh, I do not like this any type of stink bugs. But yeah. Well, guys, thank you for listening to me and watching me freaking out about the bugs. And I'll see you next week, as far as I know. You mean about this last night? Oh my goodness. I was sitting, we were in the bedroom. I was sitting beside Dewey, on Dewey's bed, and beside him. And he said, "Don't move your," and he's like, "Don't move." I'm kept talking. He said, "Don't move." Until it moves, and him like, "What? What is going on?" He said, "There's a spider above your head." And I said, "No, there's not." And I had my uh, arm, and all of a sudden I felt something go across my elbow, and I jumped. I don't know. It felt like a spider maybe crawling down my elbow. I don't know if it was just because the suggestion, whatever it's called, or if there really was, but I didn't find the spider, but that was not funny. It was funny to him. He just laughed. But he gets me like that. I'm like, don't prank me like that, because if it is really something serious, I might not take you serious, and I might move and get my head bitten off. You know, who knows? Anyways, well, guys, remember, Jesus loves us. He loves you too. He loves the whole world. He loved us all so much. He came and died for us 2,000 years ago. And he's coming back again, and let's be ready. And I'll talk to you next Thursday. Take care. Bye.